Bob Ware, another member of Team Haney, the Cutman, hand rapper, detained in Melbourne due to a discrepancy in his visa. It doesn't end, but let's talk about it.
Push the weight enough flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Wow. Just wow. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I heard about this earlier. Brother Tay Jones mentioned it. I'm in a group chat with the family. They read something on Twitter. I've been doing some research. Went to boxing scene. Boom. Jake Donovan speaking on it. That's one of a few boxing media that I trust. So I'll put the link in the description if you care to read it. Jake Donovan is reporting Bob Ware, Haney Cutman detained in Melbourne due to a visa application discrepancy. Oh man, here we go. If y'all don't, your conspiracy is correct. If y'all don't see that everything is a setup. This whole thing is a setup. And I'm going to explain why after I read this article. Yet another key member of Devin Haney's team could be absent from the corner for the biggest fight of his career. The boxing scene has learned that Bob Ware, Haney's cutman, was detained at Melbourne International Airport upon arrival Friday morning, local time, due to an alleged discrepancy on his visa application. Authorities claim that Ware failed to disclose a conviction on his original ETA, Electronic Travel Authority, visa application, according to a notice of intention to consider cancellation, copy of which was obtained by Boxing Scene. Ware is currently under supervision of the Australian Border Force at Melbourne Immigration Transit Accommodation, ITA. The detention center is located 30 minutes north of Marvel Stadium, where Las Vegas Haney defends his WBC lightweight title against George Kambosos on Sunday. So he's being detained in the detention center. According to the cancellation notice, Ware violated Australian visa condition 8528, which states that you must not have any criminal convictions for which you have been sentenced for a total combined period of 12 months or more, whether or not the sentences were served. You know, I gotta tell you, man, this is aggravating. This is aggravating. This is so aggravating. I'm reading this and I'm getting aggravated. He's in a detention center. He's in violation of these rules that they have. It says here whether or not the sentences were served. Wow. Authorities alleged that Ware answered no to the criminal conviction question on his UD 601 ETA form, from which he was granted a visa on May 5th. The alleged response conflicted with the information provided upon his arrival in the country, declaring on his incoming passenger card and in his interview with the Department of Immigration Border Patrol on Friday that he served 18 months in prison stemming from January 1995 conviction for dealing controlled substances, cocaine. 1995. A lot of you listening to this wasn't even born when that happened. That was my first year of college. My goodness. Okay, fine. Ware disputed the claim that he failed to properly disclose his prior conviction, but his explanation was found insufficient by on-site authorities. You have declared that you have applied for the UD 601 visa yourself, and that you understood the question asked, stated the cancellation notice was issued by the Australian Government Department of Home Affairs. You have made an admission to incorrectly answering the conviction question on your application, but could not provide plausible explanation for doing so. Based on the above information, there appears to be grounds for canceling your subclass 601 visa. The ground is that you are in non-compliance with the 8528 of your visa because you have one or more criminal convictions for which the sentence or sentences, whether served or not, which means you could, whether you did time or not, are for a total period of 12 months of duration or more. Therefore, grounds exist for cancellation under section 116, 1B1, blah, 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 mother effing blah. You know what? This whole thing stinks. I'll put the link in the description. You can read it if you want. But all of these things, now they're saying that he lied. He was granted May 5th. When did he apply? He was granted a visa on May 5th. When was this fight signed and agreed upon? Like I said before, all of this stuff should have been spoken about as soon as they agreed. Before they said, okay, let's sign the fight. Okay, let's sign the fight. First of all, we need to make sure, because we got strict laws in Australia. We got strict laws. How many people on your team have convictions? Because you won't get in. And if Kambosos is hell-bent on fighting in this country and you can't make it, well, you can make it, but your team won't. What do you want to do? They wait till the 11th hour to start pulling all of these hat tricks out. And you know what, man? It's not going to matter. I don't know what the restrictions are. I mean, I'm assuming the restrictions are in different countries. They're different. But from what I understand, I think Bob was in Dubai fairly recently. I think he was with Floyd. He wraps his hands. He's a Cutman. If you look in his hands right there, underneath the I Can't Breathe shirt, right there in his hands, he got wraps right there with some scissors. And the money team hat. Now, maybe the restrictions are different for every part of the world, okay? But I find it weird that they're pulling all of this stuff out the bag. Let me tell you something. It's not going to matter. Devin is in good hands, and God is on his side. George Kambosos has pulled every trick that he could think of. From questioning Devin's integrity, calling him a snitch, calling him a rat, when in reality, he's a rat. George Kambosos is a rat. He is a rat. He turned. He said, "Oh, well, you turn on your own countrymen." Talking about Teofimo Lopez, man. Whatever Teofimo Lopez was going through was public record. And if Devin reached out to you, it was to remind you, "Yo, you looking at the news? This is not inside information. Are you looking at the internet? Look at what he's going through. I hope you're paying attention. He's right for the taking." And see, here's the thing: Devin rooted for you because he knew what Teofimo was going to do, which was not fight him. So he thought you were going to be a man of your word. And here you are fighting Devin Haney, but you're doing it because you're made to. You sit up there and you lied and said, "Oh, I could have fought anybody." No, you couldn't have. This is the first time in the history, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never heard of the government having to step in and pay for a fight in any country. And being that they had to do that, what does that say about you and your star power? They said, no. You got Devin Haney and Lomachenko. They reached out to Lomachenko first, the man that has no belt. He was not getting any closer to undisputed fight Lomachenko. He has no belt and 2 losses. Salido and Lopez, and yet you reached out to him. That's how I knew you was Cam Pussy. That's how I knew you was a Kambosos. You was a fraud, dude. I said, man, this guy's a liar, man. I knew it. And I didn't want to speak it, but I knew it. And when Lomachenko said, hey, man, no, I'm not leaving my land. We're at war. I'm staying here. Then you went to Devin. Don't get up there and lie and say you could have fought the janitor, whatever it is you said. And let me tell you something, Kambosos, man. Your people are supporting you because it's the right thing. They feel it's the right thing to do. But when you lose this fight, you're going to have to look them in the face. And you have to back up all of this talk. Stand on everything you said. You called him an informant. You called him a liar. You talking about pulling up receipts. When he stood there right across from you, said, I did send it. What do you mean receipts? Devin never said, oh, I never contacted you. He didn't say that. He said, I did. And I wanted you to win. So what receipts are you pulling up? Yeah, then he got up there and said, oh, I'll take the same deal that Loma said. I'll take the same deal that you gave Loma. Yeah, he said that. So it's no secret. Why? Because if he asked for what he was worth, you wouldn't have gave it to him. Devin has given up everything. He's given him home court advantage. He's given up a lot of money. He basically signed a slave deal. Why? Because he's pursuing greatness. What Devin is doing, this is what you call pursuing greatness. This is what you call daring to be great. Not what these other maniacs claim they're doing. Kambosos, you got to look at your people in the eye when you're getting up off that canvas. Because I feel you're getting knocked out. This is ridiculous. I'd rather Teofimo beat you and then vacated the belts. Because that's what the plan was. He said it. You know what I was going to do with it. He also said that Devin Haney becoming champion, becoming undisputed, was not in the plans of the WBC, of any sanctioning body. This kid is defying all the laws right now. Because magically, black fighters being champions and undisputed is not an itinerary. You think they want Jamel Charlo undisputed? You think they wanted Franchon Cruz-Dezurn undisputed? You think they want Devin Haney undisputed? But you can't run from this, man. You're going to have to try real hard to survive, man. And I just can't stand guys like you, man. So this is the latest hat trick. This is Bob Ware in the picture. Haney's Cutman. He's being detained in a freaking detention center because they saying he lied on his visa. It was put in May 5th. It's June 3rd. You couldn't have sent them an email? Don't come, don't land. This is pathetic, man. But this all makes for the great story. Let's go, Devin. Bronx on deck. Move!